chillin' in the Ville. Put it in the air. I'm throwing up the, let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new, the old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A's.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught at the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howard. Out to the flat here for Johnson. Calling a gain of a yard. And it's 2nd down. The Steelers at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Ready? 79, Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Howard. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Go.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Now the first carry here for the running back. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Come on, 19 Charger, 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Mustang 19.
2nd and 3. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Second and 7.
Hawk 70, 70 Ranger.
He'll drop to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rico Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Here we go. Buffalo, 7 Pirates. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Back to throw. Howard going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time from Pittsburgh. 45 yards. That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Second and 10.
Tag. 70 Timberwolf. 18 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Looking to throw. Howard. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Dragon 60. Let's go. 18 Pioneer. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
Back to throw. Howard. To the right side. Hauled in by McMillan. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season?
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Let's get this point.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
70 Lions.
Operating from the gun, Howard dumping it off for Johnson. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Howard. Now he's going to step up and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Howard. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Let's go now.
a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here we go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 19, 18. Rig alert. Rig alert. 19 Lions.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Third down and 6.
They're going to look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And one of the linebackers has got it.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Torrey Horton.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Howard.
Open man, there's Darnell Washington.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Howard now, a final shot before break. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they take a 17-14 lead. Field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because...
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Hot 70, hot 70. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
One tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go. Viking 18. 70, Timberwolves.
2nd and 1. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have retaken a third quarter lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And
Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45, a spot at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Howard. This is caught by McMillan. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mustang 19 Tigers.
Back to throw now on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
7 Pirates.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete right around the 8. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. Howard. And in for the Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Panther 60, Panther 60.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Right back to him on first down. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
70, triple whip. 18, Pioneers.
Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 Lions.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! David Njoku. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
York now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday night prime time. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
19, Tiger, 19.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one goes for 24 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker.
From 17 yards out. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown at the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And that will blow up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Looking to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Back to 60, back to 60.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Now first and goal.
Here we go. Strike.
Now a handoff working right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready? Cougar 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Michael Dixon making off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Complete to Washington. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Buffalo 8 to go. 19 Tiger, Mustard, 60, trap 60, trap 60. Go right here.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
20-yard line.
Oh, he fakes a spike. Now he'll tuck it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 28-yard line.
70 Lions.
And no timeouts at their disposal here, so he gets up and spikes it to stop the clock. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Extra point put free by Boswell. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
He's back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Seahawks.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Here's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. This short pass in the hands of the Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
14 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker. See if he can get you to overtime.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Let's go now.
They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Now making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there. Now a first throw here in overtime. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Trap 50. No street.
Back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in overtime. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
7-19 Lions.
From the gun on 3rd down. Howard. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes 4th down. Operating from the gun, Howard. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
Out to the flat here for Johnson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll try and throw for it. Now he'll take this and run. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one.